I'm professional. What is going on?
Again?
Yeah, I clicked to end it and then it restarted because it had ended. But hey, what is going on? It is the Nintendo Powercast. I am Crawler coming at you, and we also have Cheesy. Cheesy, how's it going?
What's going on, cheese curds? Before Johnny speaks, I just want everybody to know that Johnny was wrong. There is no direct this week.
We don't know that though.
When he said that there was going to be
a direct, over yet.
You said when we would have an announcement Wednesday.
I'm pretty sure last year they announced it on Thursday and it was on Friday.
No, they wouldn't do that in Japan.
They're doing the YouTube release of the Zelda music on Friday. They just tweeted that.
They've been tweeting too much.
I've been checking it. And we also have Johnny. Johnny, how's it going?
What's up? I'm excited. It's financial day. I love financial day.
It's Johnny's favorite day. Like we were prepping for this and we got all sorts of stuff.
And Crux, I think, in the Discord says he wants an expert to break down the numbers, and that's what I'm here for.
And Johnny does the numbers.
Oh, if we would have recorded like what we were talking about before the show, I felt like a genius.
You are.
Yeah, I had to explain it to you.
You didn't know. I explained it to you.
I would hope you would understand these graphs and charts and numbers because that's what people pay you to do.
Yeah, but I learned this week. Johnny told me that accountants aren't really good at math. And I said, oh, well, that's concerning. And he said, you know that there's software like Excel, right?
You just have to know how to punch them in.
Yeah. I mean, I could read these. I understand numbers, but I'm not that good at math.
So are you saying we should expect to see Johnny at the Excel World Championships next year? That's a thing. Have you guys seen that stuff?
I'm not even good at Excel. Like I know the basic functions.
Do you just get?
I'll look at the numbers and be like, they don't look right, and then
we do know that he's a real accountant because he has calculator on Switch. That's really the only way that you can tell if someone's a real accountant.
Does Steam Deck have anything for you to buy a calculator?
No, not like a normal calculator. I checked.
I guess you just
they have like games. There's games. There's calculator games.
There's also Turnip Boy commits tax fraud. That's on the Switch too.
That is on the Switch.
You just wasted $500 for a Steam Deck that doesn't have a calculator.
I know I'm pretty upset about it.
Yeah,
the Switch is better than the Steam Deck, 100%.
Well, yeah. What are you gonna do? Real quick, where can people find you? I know you guys published for non-patrons. You published your show today, right?
Yeah. It went live today. We talked about theme parks and video games because Super Nintendo World, essentially.
But if you wanted to get it yesterday, you can be a patron.
Yeah, you can be a patron, get early access for a day.
There you go.
That's a Communication Air podcast. But I'm John Ebo everywhere: Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. And I just found out that you can stream vertical on YouTube, and it might show up on the Shorts feed, so you might see me streaming. I just tested it out, so you might see me streaming on YouTube.
What are you playing these days?
What am I playing? Oh man, not Switch games.
Well, you're playing Elden Ring on
playing Elden Ring and Ratchet and Clank.
Are you going to go back to Fortnite?
Depends if the Disney stuff's cool.
Stuff. Yeah, we'll talk about that here a little bit.
Okay, all right.
Like if Elsa's in Fortnite, I'm buying the Elsa skin, running around.
They had frozen hands as a thing in Fortnite, didn't they? Like,
did they?
I think maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, but just like Elsa with a gun, like that's hilarious to me.
How much?
Can you imagine? All right, so imagine we get a full squad. We get a full squad. We get Elsa, we get Rapunzel, we get Snow White, and oh man, Tiana. We'll go with Tiana.
How about just Elsa, Anna, Kristoff, and Sven running around? They already have a reindeer skin. They could turn that into Sven.
You take somebody out and you just like gritty on them as all these Disney princesses.
But how, Mr. Accountant, get your calculator out. What is What is 1
point? They pay 1.5 billion for 10
times,
right?
yeah, for 10%.
So that would be 15 billion valuation. It's 15 billion.
Wow.
Hold on.
So Disney paid what, 4 billion for Lucas back in the day?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Wow. Stuff is crazy.
Yeah.
Inflation, am I right?
Yeah. So they're saying Epic Games is worth $15 billion.
According to their stock, apparently, yeah.
Sheesh.
And didn't Disney? I saw a clip of Michael Eisner talking on CNBC or whatever, and they had the stock price, I think, of Disney, and it looked like it was on a rocket going up into the stratosphere. I'm sure that was just day trading, but
or Bob Iger.
Sorry, what did I say?
You said Michael Eisner.
Oh, I'm living in 1995.
Yeah, those were good times.
But Cheesy, where can people find you as well?
You can find me on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, apparently, because it's now open to everybody.
It's open to everybody. It's Twitter.
Okay.
It's from the makers of Twitter. They just went and made their own app.
Everyone that got fired?
Pretty much, yeah. But yeah, it's open invite now. So
okay. Less of a cesspool, hopefully.
I've had an invite for a while, but it just seemed really quiet over there. So I don't know.
Oh, like Threads?
Yeah. But listen, I mean, I still think Threads has potential because
it does.
There's nobody over there right now. So if you're the one that is creating all that content,
Zuckerberg didn't help his conversation this week on Congress at Congress, but that's here nor there. He doesn't help the fact that he looks like he is an android. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, Communication Error Podcast, CheezyC64, CheezyC64.
And I am Nightcrawler724, Nightcrawlers without the E. On the places it counts, I guess. I don't really know. I don't have wherever. But yeah, it's financial day. There's no direct yet. I think
it'll be announced tomorrow morning.
Or Cheesy and I might be right, because we said what, announced on the 13th for a Valentine's Day Wednesday.
I still think that it could be Valentine's
I think we're getting a boyfriend simulator or whatever it is, dating sim game. That's
a Waluigi dating sim game. That's what we're getting.
Sorry, Kelsey, we can't spend time together on Valentine's Day because there's a Nintendo Direct.
It'll be in the morning. You can figure it out by the afternoon. But yeah, we'll jump into financials first, and we'll hit some more of the other news on the back end, I guess. Here, this is always fun. Did this list even change?
No, I think the numbers
for top 10. So we have Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe holding the number 10 spot down. That knocked off. What was the fitness one?
Ring Fit,
like a couple cycles ago, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy that this is. I mean, they're number 10 of the top 10 is still at 17.2 million. Johnny's tweet, I think, immediately after this came out the other day was Tears of the Kingdom needs to sell how many? What,
60,000? It's not 600,000.
to get Mario, to get Super Mario Party off this, or at least down on this list a little bit.
Have you seen the rhetoric? Have you seen the rhetoric going around about Tears of the Kingdom and how it was actually a disappointment?
Oh, what?
What, no. Financially?
Well, no, because it sold like 18. I feel like 18 million.
We could go back to last quarter probably.
Well, it sold it within like a month. It got to 18 million like really fast, and then it slowed down substantially. And I thought it was going to be kicked back up with the holiday season, but it didn't even sell 1 million units in the holiday season.
Okay, but it's selling 20 million within just a quarter. When did it come out? It came out in
May
so it's not
12th.
even
May. Came out in May.
Yeah, so it's not even a year old yet, and it's already sold 20 million. That in itself is impressive.
Are
No?
these annual? Why can't
I mean, it
find...
is. I don't know why did it fall off a cliff?
Because Link can't climb that much.
Because I vividly remember, because I was definitely right on this one, and you were like, "Oh, it's going to easily outsell Breath of the Wild."
No.
Yes, you definitely said it was going to outsell.
You and I both. I think we weren't willing to do a chip wager, but like I think we were confident it would get up there.
And I said that it was going to sell about 20 million copies.
This is the sell. This is the sell-in on. This was in March, or no, fiscal year through March. So this was.
So that was first quarter. So the first quarter it sold 18.5 million units, and now we're in the third quarter and we're at 20.28. So it sold a little under 2 million units in
through the and that includes through the holiday then, because this ended December 31st.
So that's like, why did it fall off a cliff? Like, why didn't people buy it in the holiday season?
Baldur's Gate, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, the fact that they didn't show up to the Game Awards, that I mean, they won. I guess they won. What did they win at the Game Awards? They won Action Adventure.
Yeah,
but like the fact that DLC was not promised for this game, I think probably contributed to it, because how much more? I mean, Breath of the Wild, we're sitting at 31.6.
31.6.
And granted, that's had 7 years.
Yeah, but I think that actually outsold Tears of the Kingdom in Q3. Like, do we have Q2 numbers? Anywhere?
Let me go back here. Hold on. This is going to be financial. Why can't I go?
You're going too far.
So Johnny, you're saying that we've seen Breath of the Wild already outsell Tears of the Kingdom just within a quarter?
Yeah. I'll find it.
I need to go to 2016, right? Financials for.
Well, no. I was thinking.
Oh, you wanted to go. I was trying to go back to see what it did for sell through.
No. I just want to see what it changed from Q2 to Q3. I think it sold like 600,000, and Tears of the Kingdom sold less than that. Hold on.
We were just at the 3-month earning.
I mean, just to go back, I do think that Crawler and I were saying that it was going to outsell Breath of the Wild, now that you say that. But I do remember also saying that I don't think that it was going to have long staying power the way that Breath of the Wild did, because it was so new. And I think that might be part of the problem as to why Tears of the Kingdom hasn't sold, quote, as well, unquote, because it's the same Hyrule that we've already visited. You know, we already knew how this works. The only thing that was different was the sky and the depths.
That was quite a bit, though. And then
putting all the new mechanics, like it was a completely different experience.
Okay, well then why do you think it didn't sell well?
Because not as many people are playing the Switch anymore.
Well, I mean, didn't we just see? Or
it's right here. Hold on.
Yeah, but like those numbers are definitely inflated, because there's no way there's
Nintendo is saying that there's 122 million annual players from last year.
And if it sold 130 million, so that's accounts. That's not based on the units. Like, so I mean,
we definitely
some Switches have like 8 accounts per Switch,
and we definitely have a bell curve going here for consoles. Like consoles moved.
Mm-hmm.
peaked in 2021. What games came out in 2021?
Arceus.
Really?
I think so.
No, that came in 22. That came in 22.
That was January 22, wasn't
it? Yeah, January 22.
Oh, it was 21. That was after COVID, so we got Dread, but that didn't really sell much. Or was it? God, I don't know. If only we had the internet.
I mean, there was so if that was the year of no, did
Sword and Shield come out?
No,
we got Monster Hunter Rise,
Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl,
Metroid Dread, Bravely Default 2, No More Heroes 3, Monster Hunter Stories, The Great Ace Attorney, Shin Megami Tensei 5.
I have that one. I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, Mario Party Superstars. Yeah, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl.
The bad one is still just on here taunting us.
WarioWare Get It Together, new Pokemon Snap. Oh, Ball and Wonderworld. That's why. That's why 2021 was so successful.
Okay, so I wasn't exactly right about Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, but Tears of the Kingdom sold 780,000 in Q3
last year, or just last? Oh,
there's like this.
Breath of the Wild sold 780,000.
No. Breath of the Wild. No. Tears of the Kingdom sold 780,000. Okay. Breath of the Wild sold 460,000. I think I was seeing that people are like, why? Like it's still pretty close.
That's significant.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this was Tears of the Kingdom's first holiday. Like I don't know why.
Yeah.
People weren't buying it.
I feel like Scarlet and Violet got a bump with this DLC, even though it probably shouldn't have. Because they're nipping.
So Scarlet and Violet
kind of nipping at the heels of Sword and Shield.
Hold on, let's see. I could do the math here.
Well, I think Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is the third best selling in the series, isn't it?
And the worst looking.
Yeah, it's the third best selling in the series. It sold 1.1 million in the last quarter.
And next, we still have Sword and Shield holding strong. Odyssey. I mean, how much? I feel like these numbers at the top, except for Mario Kart. I don't think they're not changing that much, are they?
Well, Odyssey sold 1.9 million in the whole year, so from April to December.
Oh, okay, that's significant. I mean, it separated itself. Sword and Shield would have caught it then.
I have a friend who recently just bought Animal Crossing because another one of our friends was like trying to convince them to get Animal Crossing, and they enjoy it for what it is, but they also feel like they missed the hype of what Animal Crossing was, and like they don't really understand what's so special about it. And I just feel for them in that moment. Like I wish that they could understand what we all
tell them to stop being slackers and get it at launch.
Okay, yeah, I'll remind them next time.
I guess I could tailor make my island. Not that I have any connection to any of the Animal Crossing characters, but I have a device now that I can emulate all the amiibo, so I could like tailor make my island. I guess I could dismiss people away from my island, and I could make it however I wanted. But
44 million copies, and they're just like, yeah, we're not going to support that.
Well, we'll half-heartedly support it. Slowly roll out some stuff, and then give you Happy Home Designer, and
it did sell 2.58 million copies this year already.
Wow. Okay, I guess these numbers are going up a little bit.
Yeah, their evergreen titles are.
Because Mario Kart went up to, I feel like that was at like 58 or 59 million, maybe. Yeah, and now it's at 60 and a half.
It's at 57.
Oh, wow.
Now it's at 60.
That's a Mario movie bump for the year.
Yeah.
And end of the year Christmas. Oh, it's the bundle bump.
Oh,
those
yeah.
bundles.
The every year Mario Kart 8 bundle. Yep. So speaking of bundles, we have, I mean, they're knocking on the door of 140 million units moved. We're at 139.36 million units on the Switch. I don't know why they continue. I guess they put these numbers up for comparison, but
I like
nothing has
seeing
really
it. It's
changed.
a cool little graphic.
Yeah, I like seeing it too.
I mean, they should just get rid of the Wii U, just like make it so it doesn't even exist.
What? No, you gotta. I'm so tired of people being like, "Oh, Nintendo's trying to erase the Wii U," because without the Wii U, we would not have the Switch. Like that's part of their history. They should be
without the Virtual Boy. We would not have the N64.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go Labo.
No, it's they flopped hard.
Yeah,
of course they want you to forget about it.
Yeah, but failure isn't a bad thing. Failure is how you grow.
It's on the thing. They're not like it's showing there.
Yeah.
Plus, this is a business. Like, don't act like they failed as a person.
They've sold more Switches than they've sold games for Wii U. Oh, Brian's bringing up the fact that Virtual Boy's not even on here.
Oh yeah,
that one's the one that's wiped.
Well, that might be on the. Is that? Oh no, I guess this is the handheld side too. They show everything.
I did see somebody ask the question for their next console, or maybe that was in our last podcast, and they put it in right before we ended the show. But somebody asked, "Are they going to put Virtual Boy titles on the next console?" And that's like a hint at VR.
They had a layup waiting for them with Labo VR. They could have.
Yeah, they should have put it on there.
They could have released a cardboard tripod to rest your Switch on, and you had to lean forward, lean into your VR.
But the tripod had to be made out of cardboard too.
And then they could have beamed red beams into your eye and given you a headache. And
it's just someone on the other side with a laser pointer just pointing into.
Let's jump to the more fun graphic that we've kind of learned to adopt after last financial quarter. You have to kind of dig on they make these fancy graphics just front and center that are easy to find. But if you dig into the financial results announcements IR event, they have pretty much a PowerPoint that you can scroll through that they probably are giving out to their investors. And this is where we're going to lean on Johnny and his how are you good on yen here, Johnny?
I don't know the conversion. I don't know the conversion rate.
I'm on the Japanese site, so I think I clicked on it and I didn't want to try to go find it again on the US.
Well, I don't think they have. I don't think they have it in like US dollars. I think it is in yen. But I mean, I could understand the percentages.
Yeah.
So their sales are up, which makes sense because you have. So this is based on quarters 1 through 3 of this year versus quarters 1 through 3 of last year.
Are they still selling Hanafuda cards?
I wonder if that has to do. Does it have a thing next to it?
Would that be Animal Crossing?
I mean, they have it
could be Amiibo.
They have a whole division that did 4.1 billion yen.
Yeah,
that was last year. 8.5 billion yen. I mean, that can't be Pokemon cards because they own. I mean, they own a majority, not a majority stake, but a significant stake in Pokemon Company. But that can't be 8.5 billion yen in just Animal Crossing Amiibo cards, right? They got to be selling Hanafuda.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Don't quote me on this, but they might have.
I mean, they're kind of half making it. These are the ones that you get from the my Nintendo or whatever. But
they might have Table Turf battle cards from Splatoon 3.
Like, I think they actually made those in person in Japan.
Yeah.
So that's $57 million in the US.
I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at.
What? I'm looking
That's
it
a lot
up.
of money. So what I find interesting is the mobile.
Oh, they make money hand over fist with, because they print money with the Fire Emblem game in Japan. People are just pouring money.
That game's been out.
Yeah, but they just pour money into those gotcha games over there, and that they're always releasing new themed character cards for that. I only boot that up when I need platinum points, but I mean, over there, I think it's a pretty popular. It's always been pretty popular, but I don't know. What do we got? This is profit.
Yeah, so their profit's up 11%. But again, it's like, I know a lot of people have been talking about them posting a higher profit. I mean, when you have Zelda and Mario in the same year, of course it's going to go up.
Well, and they don't even have. Do they have income from the movie on here?
No, they don't. Wonder how that works.
Yeah, because this is just hardware, software.
Is it in the IP related income?
Did they have it on the last quarter? I feel like they talked about it.
I feel like they talked about it because they also announced more movies and stuff.
Yeah.
So the little asterisk next to the IP related income one, it says includes income from visual content.
Oh,
where are you?
So I wonder if that's what that is. That would make sense why it would double then. That must be what that is. That must be what that is.
So
I'm surprised they didn't have it in there.
Let's see here. They're forecasting 15.5 million more units of the Switch.
No, I think they're forecasting 15.5 million total for the year.
Oh, this is updated based on for financial year 24. Are we still in financial year 23 or is this financial year 24?
So the fiscal year 24 goes through March 31st.
Okay, so we're in financial so this is through March 31st.
Yeah, so they're projecting. So let's see what I think do they have it?
Do they have the?
Yeah. So if you go to the next one, the next slide.
Oh, they
have the hardware.
So they've almost hit their goal, so that's why they upped their goal by 500,000.
Yeah. So they sold 13.74 million units. So they're expecting to sell another 1.75 million.
Sorry, I was looking at last year's. Yep.
Yeah.
They won't hit that goal then.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to sell it.
It's not going to be Peach, unless hardware sales. A handful of people are going to buy those don't come out before the financial year ends, though, right? The Joy-Con.
Yeah, they do. They come out the same day, but I think I don't think it counts that as hardware. I think there's just the Switches. Maybe they're expecting Mario versus Donkey Kong to be a big hit, sell Switches.
So, were you guys expecting Super Mario Bros. Wonder to sell more than 11.9?
Yes, I was.
It's apparently it's the fastest selling Super Mario Bros. Game ever.
I mean, I see it getting past 17.2. It's a better game than Deluxe.
I just want to know what these 122 million people are doing. What are you doing?
I mean, and this is just for this financial year. So Tears of the Kingdom sold all that it has, so 20.28 million. Mario Kart this year sold almost 6.8 million units. Pikmin 4 being the best selling version of Pikmin.
Good.
3.33.
Yeah, but don't
million.
These numbers are upsetting. I don't know. If
this is a good year for anybody else, though. Like even the lowest one on here, like because Last of Us Part 2 hasn't sold that many. I don't think, right?
No, I just mean like if that 122 million number is right for users, why are games like Pikmin only selling 3 million copies?
Yeah. No, that's fair.
And Metroid, why is Metroid only selling 3 million copies?
So this, I mean, I'm just Googling something else just to see. This is more widely accessible than it's still an exclusive, but not a mature rated exclusive. This is on Reddit, so who knows if that's accurate. But Spider-Man 2 sold 6.1 million copies as of November 12th of last year. So Mario Kart 8, a 13-year-old game, sold more copies this year than Spider-Man 2 did. So, I mean,
I know it's not on here, which I'm surprised. Why would they not show that?
What?
Mario RPG.
They talk about it down here. We see that
is it because it's not technically a first party game?
Maybe. I mean, it's half. It's published by, right, and it's partnered with.
I know there was a. Where do they show it? Oh, they showed in that million seller. It does say million seller first party titles.
Hold up. What are they saying about Kirby Dream Buffet?
Oh, I think they just always include that as like digital content.
Yeah, they're so this slide is talking about digital sales.
Oh, okay.
So, and why Johnny's the problem with that. So the yellow is download only software or add-on content, and then the blue is stuff that has physical options.
Dang, look at that though. It's like
there's some growth here in, I mean, this is breakdown by quarters as well. So I mean, that Q1 of, I guess that would have been what, May.
So they're saying
that's when Tears of the Kingdom came out. So I bought physical and digital Tears of the Kingdom, so I'm part of that. But like they were pushing vouchers hard, and I think around this time, financial 23 Q3 is when vouchers came out, right?
Yeah, I don't remember when they came out.
I mean, if you look at the numbers there on those two, like.
So they're saying
that's when they were pushing vouchers.
They're saying 48% of all sales are digital. That's what that says.
Yep.
Well,
that will shift over 50% here soon.
Well, so I don't understand. Is this just a shared percentage of the market of the digital sale? Like,
so I think
the yellow is stuff that you can only get digitally.
Yeah, so I think what it's showing, like the red line is showing the percentage of like overall digital sales. The blue box is the ones that have physical.
Okay.
So like in the one that says 56.7%, they're saying 56% of all sales are digital in that quarter or whenever that was. Yeah,
the top number here.
Yeah.
And are these millions? These are by millions. Or no, these are this is money in yen. 6.29 billion yen. That's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's percent. And then the top number here is percentage. This is riveting content for just the audio listeners, I'm sure.
Bar charts.
But I mean, there's lots of stuff. Go look at the slides on the website.
I love this presentation. It's very fascinating.
Yeah. And we get a sneak peek at a title that's already out.
So they think They think the Switch is gonna sell another 1.5 million units with this lineup.
Yeah, so another code, which I'm sure is under 500,000 in sales, maybe at this point. Mario vs. Donkey Kong. I'm kind of excited for it. The demo, I think, didn't do a great job selling it. They could have done more, and maybe just given you the whole first world, and then let your progress carry over. And they might see a better conversion rate with that versus.
Has Nintendo ever done a demo where your progress carries over?
Yeah, like all of them.
Really?
Yeah. Well, Kirby did. Kirby didn't.
Yeah, Pikmin didn't.
Metroid didn't.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of the
Square. I mean, Square does a good job doing it.
And
I mean, and they just released a demo yesterday that your progress carries over.
But that's why I don't like playing demos, because like
then you have to just replay.
You have to redo it, and it's always the boring stuff you have to redo. It's all the tutorial stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we still need to know more about Peach Showtime. I mean, that's.
Yeah. Do you think we'll get a demo for that?
I think they have to. It'll be a Kirby style demo, or Yoshi's Woolly World, or Crafted World, or whatever kind of demo. You guys didn't have this to talk about on your show.
No, we didn't. But I mean, we did talk about it. We knew about.
Yeah. Because they've been showing off the roller coaster stuff. I don't even think did we talk about that a couple weeks ago when that was the test stuff about the minecart.
Who's to say?
I don't remember.
Maybe. Well, there's a Donkey Kong roller coaster coming to Japan, and it's going to be in Orlando.
Well, and Orlando, yeah. So Donkey Kong Country World, an area that will expand. Super Nintendo World will open at Universal Studios Japan this spring. So coming up here pretty soon. And then the whole new world of Super Mario World or Super Nintendo World will open at Universal Epic Universe. Are they redoing Isles of Adventure or whatever? Or is that
no, it's a brand new park.
Brand new
it's
park?
A brand new park, yeah.
But Isles of Adventure, if that was, because I'm not familiar with Orlando Universal Studios.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where the Zelda park is going to happen, if they are taking out Isles of Adventure.
I just hope the universe or the Orlando one is bigger than, because didn't you say you walk into the California one and what you see is pretty much everything? It's just
yeah. And I mean, I do kind of, I don't know. I feel like it's probably going to be a little of the same of what's in Hollywood, but we're also getting the Yoshi ride, so they have to have more land for just the Mario part of it. But then there's also Donkey Kong Country Land, so like that's going to be bigger that way too. For listeners, for that Donkey Kong kart ride, it's going to be so cool because it's going to make it feel like you're actually jumping tracks.
Yeah, it's like a sideways arm that kind of comes off the thing and is holding. It doesn't look, it has a track in front of you, but the track that you're actually riding on is below the simulated track. And so that way they can put fake jumps and brakes and stuff into the track, and the cart is the roller coaster is still attached. I think that's similar to what they do with Hagrid's motorbike. I think, but I'm not positive.
What I love about this graphic of the Super Nintendo World, they just like took a whole bunch of PNG images and slapped them all together. Like in Photoshop, like they had an intern like make this graphic. It's just like, all right, put Mario over a PNG of Donkey Kong. Like I could have made that.
What are these guys doing down here? Like, are they playing real life?
Yeah, they're playing bongos. Bongos.
Donkey Kong bongos. Yeah, I mean that's Mario PNG. That's Donkey Kong PNG. Diddy Kong separate. Maybe these two are together.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Dixie's up there randomly.
Yeah. I mean, this is a separate one being launched out of the barrel.
I'm just saying, if that's the quality of graphics they're looking for, Like, pay me to do them. I can do that.
That's a YouTube thumbnail. We should make that our YouTube. We should tell Josh that's our YouTube thumbnail for this.
All right, now the section that confused us, confused two of us.
Well, I mean, when you got a 4-digit number and then you're asking us to add what, another 3 zeros on it? Is that what we need to?
Yeah, it would be another 3 zeros.
My mind doesn't work that way.
Are you making fun of me?
4 zeros.
4 zeros?
I'm not good at math. I was in the No Child Left Behind program.
Yeah, but this is so there was 17
so these are
games.
These are million sellers this financial year so far.
This financial year, yeah.
So of their 24, because earlier they said that they have 24 million selling titles lifetime on the Switch, and as of this year, these titles have all sold 1 million copies. So on the far left in each column, we have this year global, and then on the far right we have lifetime global.
You know what game I don't see on here?
We already talked about Splatoon 2.
Well, no, Everybody Want to Switch. That came out last year.
Yeah, I regret that purchase like 5 minutes after I did it. I did it one time through Restream here, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna buy it, and then I was not happy with it. It was not fun.
Had 6 months to sell 1 million units. But
Cryptic's asking about how much Mario Party Superstars sold. And
so Mario Party Superstars
sold... it did sell 1 million this year. Oh my god. I didn't think it was on there.
Yeah, it sold 2 million. Mario Party Superstars sold 2 million. And Super Mario Party sold 1.2 million. So
why?
Mario Party Superstars sold a total of 12,310,000. Super Mario Party sold a total of 20,340,000.
Now, I mean, at least Superstars is outselling Super Mario Party, but it's still 800,000 units behind.
You know what game still has legs? Switch Sports. It sold close to 3 million copies this year.
I guess they put golf in there. Where are the rest of the stuff? Like, they had Wii Sports Resort. Like, they could have done or made bowling better. Where's the 100-pin?
Mm-hmm.
Like that, they could have done so much with that.
It sold 12 million units, and they didn't. They're like, oh, we made our money. We don't need to update it.
Yeah, Cryptic is saying boxing, archery,
baseball,
basketball, baseball.
At least have the original
the home run derby. Yeah, like that's all I played of original Wii Sports for the most part.
Yeah, at least have all the original sports in there.
Yeah,
that will be on the Switch Sports Deluxe for Switch 2.
With you know what? If they could find a unique way to put in ski jumping, I played that with my Wii Balance board back in the day. Did you guys ever do that one?
Mm-mm.
I didn't play.
Did you guys have the balance board?
I had a friend who had the balance board, so I might have played it because that was like you had to lean forward.
Yeah, the balance board made me feel bad about myself every day that I played with it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It taunts you. I think it's like, oh, you're getting kind of fat.
Jeez.
I don't know. I'd have to find the graphic that it put up, but it didn't make me feel good every time. But yeah, the ski jumping was fun. I think, was that in Sports Resort, or was that
Wii?
There, or was that
Wii Fit?
Maybe? Was that
maybe it was in Wii Fit?
Yeah.
What's Pokemon doing here? Scarlet and Violet sold
2.2 million. Smash sold 2.5 million in the year. Luigi's Mansion 3 sold 1.1 million. That's pretty surprising.
That's probably riding some hype for 2 coming out, though.
And also the movie.
Yeah.
And there's rumors of a Luigi's Mansion ride that's going to be at Super Nintendo World.
Here's our Mario RPG. You were asking about that. So RPGs at 3.14 million units,
which I think I was right on that as well. I said it was going to sell about 3 million. You guys said 5 million. Now it might.
I think you're just pulling numbers out of wherever.
I don't know. We go back and listen. We need somebody that keeps track of all these things. But I vividly remember saying 3 million. I don't know what these are. These are just numbers. These are just percentages.
Who knows?
But like honestly, 3 million for Super Mario.
These are
RPG?
just ugly graphics for the bar graph that we were talking about. I think
that's pretty good, right?
It outsold the original.
Launch schedule of
120 million users. Like what are these people playing? Honestly, what are these people? Do they just play Mario Kart all the time? Like do you just like play Mario Kart over and over and over again? Like what are you doing?
So if this doesn't
WarioWare, that's a good point. Cryptic says WarioWare. I don't see it on here. But it didn't sell 1 million units at least.
Dang.
That had a physical, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If this doesn't scream we have a new console coming out this year, I don't know what does. So
Metroid Prime 4.
The launch schedule of primary Nintendo products by region, January 2024 until how far we want to go, which the farthest they go is TBA. So another code, which is already out, Mario vs. Donkey Kong next week, Princess Peach Showtime right before the end of Q4 on 3/22, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, summer of 2024, Paper Mario sometime this year, and Metroid Prime 4.
TBA.
In side order in a couple of weeks.
Yep, 2
weeks. They didn't even have that on here. Oh, I guess it's because it's not a...
Yeah, it's probably because
primary. It's not a primary Nintendo product.
So, Cryptic asks, we got to get on the record because now we're predicting sales for all these games. Cryptic asks, what do we think Mario versus Donkey Kong is going to sell?
Whatever WarioWare sold.
Oh, really? You think it's going to be that low?
I think it will. I think it will break 1 million, but it's not going to get much higher.
You don't think 2?
2.
I'll take 2.
I don't know. It's people are already complaining about how expensive it is.
It's a $50 game, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna go pick it up, but yeah, I don't think the demo helped sell it that well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they can promote it that well. Like,
I like this question. Crypto says, do you think with the games we know about Mario versus Donkey Kong, Peach, Metroid Prime 4, Paper Mario, any over 10 million? I don't think we're getting 10 million combined of those games.
Take out Metroid Prime 4.
Metroid Prime 4 is probably going to sell like 3 million, like all the Metroid games do. Paper Mario is going to sell 2. Mario versus Donkey Kong will sell 2. Peach will sell.
Hold up. You think Paper Mario is going to do less than Super Mario RPG? One of the most like acclaimed Paper Mario games?
Yes. That is
people
Thousand Year Door GameCube?
Yeah.
GameCube. People like RPG over Paper Mario. Thousand Year Door.
I think it'll sell more than RPG, or at or around what RPG sold.
They're also going to kill these sales when they announce the Switch 2.
They're going to announce Switch 2, and it needs to be backwards compatible to let these titles do anything.
Mm.
Peach, I don't know. Peach is not going to sell. They haven't shown enough of Peach to make it known. They've shown more about Joy-Con than they have about the game, I feel like.
Yeah.
I think Peach will be the best-selling one out of the group.
More so than Metroid Prime 4?
I could see, yes.
Really?
There's more of an audience for Peach.
What is the highest Metroid right now?
3.3 million.
And is that remaster or is that Dread?
Dread. Remaster only sold 1 million.
Wow.
That's why I don't think Paper Mario is going to sell that well.
Because it's a remaster?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I mean, you're talking about Mario versus Metroid.
Super Mario RPG sold 3 million copies.
Yeah. And that's still pretty good for people not really liking RPGs, or they say they don't.
Well, Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door is an RPG.
I know. And I think that it could do better than RPG.
Cryptic thinks Kirby will sell, or Peach will sell as well as Kirby Forgotten Lands did.
That's at like 6 million. I don't think it'll get that high.
I think it depends on what we see with the direct, like, because they're going to talk about Peach. We need to know more about that game, what kind of game it is, all the things that you can do in it. There's probably still some costumes that we don't know about.
But I don't want to know about them.
Yeah,
things for the imagination.
Yeah.
I mean, how long do we even think that game is? Like, is that going to be like a 6-hour game?
Yeah, I think it will be that.
Like an hour, like maybe an hour per kind of.
It's probably going to be the length of a Kirby game. So 30 minutes.
Isn't it weird, though, that we don't know who's working on that game?
They haven't announced it, yeah.
Yeah.
They've kind of kept it. I don't know.
Well, it's funny that they put Metroid Prime 4 on that list because they've been doing it ever since they announced it.
Well, they announced it, so they have to do it.
6 years ago, whatever that was.
Is it coming out this year?
No. No.
I mean, how many years has it been since the redo announcement?
5? Is that right?
I think it was just recently 5 years. Yeah. That's
so. Did you see the
game?
The new rumor or leak for Pokemon?
Yes. Do you believe it?
I don't know.
I'm in the dark on this.
So there is a leak for Let's Go Wooper and Let's Go Togepi.
Is that Gen 2?
It's Gen 2. It will be a Gen 2 remake like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Supposedly it's coming to the Switch.
Those were on the top 10 for a while, weren't they? Once upon a time?
It's a Pokemon game.
I mean, the Let's Go, I feel like they did a good job with the Let's Go series.
I wonder if these people, I remember when Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee came out, everybody hated it. Everybody was hating on it. But now, how many years out are we in? We're post Scarlet and Violet. I wonder if people are going to.
They were hating it when it was announced or hating it when
they didn't like the control scheme and they didn't like the simplicity of it.
Yeah, they didn't like it at all. Like when it came out, when it was announced, like
it is pretty easy. Yeah.
But I mean, I think now, we're post Scarlet and Violet and people just want something that runs well. So maybe they'll be okay. And also Gen 2 is like
cool controllers.
That was in the leak. Another peripheral.
Go Pokeball Plus thing.
Yeah.
I bought a second one of these when they were like heavily discounted. I think I got it for like $20.
I bought that puck.
I have it in the box somewhere. Yeah, well, that's you being stupid, paying $55 for that thing. Do you even sleep? Do you even sleep with that thing anymore?
I don't even use Pokemon Sleep anymore. Like I haven't used that in.
This thing's got a cool like thumb or finger strap, like a yo-yo.
So Pokemon also
can I use this on? I can use this on Go, can I?
Yeah, you can use it on Go. You can't use.
I can put a Pokemon in it or whatever and shake it around.
Yeah. So Pokemon tweeted yesterday because it was Mewtwo's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
They said
tweet because they need to stay relevant in the world of Pow World right now. So
they said get ready trainers, and it was the encounter with Mewtwo from Gen 1.
Yeah.
So everybody's taking that to mean we're getting Game Boy and Game Boy Advance game. Well, at least Game Boy games on.
Wasn't yellow promised in the Game Boy stuff?
No,
they didn't. The only thing Pokemon they had in the Game Boy stuff was the TCG.
Yeah.
I mean, because how many gens came out on GBA? Two.
Well, I mean, there's a remake.
Was it 2 and 3? Was it 2 and 3?
It's 3 and a remake of 1.
Yeah.
Oh, because Leaf Green and Fire Red.
Leaf Green and Fire Red are on GBA.
Then you had Ruby and Sapphire.
Ruby and Sapphire. Yeah.
Is Ruby and Sapphire? Oh, Gold and Silver is Gen 2, right?
Gold and Silver. So on Game Boy, you have Red and Blue and Gold and Silver. And if they want to get into people's good graces again, like just drop those on the NSO.
Was Black and White? Was that Gen 5?
That was DS. That was Gen 5. They also tweeted that. They also tweeted
because that's what people want a remake of, right?
Yeah. So they tweeted Zekrom and I can't think of the other one's name, but so people think that we're getting a Black and White remake, which would be the next one on the docket. So who knows? I mean, we'll find out more on Pokemon Day.
Which that's in what, 3 weeks?
Yeah, it's the 27th.
So I mean, if we're gonna, it wouldn't be a episode of our show if we didn't spend time talking about Switch 2 and the Direct. The Direct has to happen next week if it doesn't happen here by Friday, right? Like,
yeah, rumors are the 15th.
You just got to go a day later than what we're saying.
Yeah, seriously.
What next?
So Thursday. So,
I mean, I think now people are just being like, okay, it's going to be one of these.
Throwing mud against the wall, waiting for it to stick.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I do think that it has to be next week if Mario and Donkey Kong comes out. What is that? The 16th?
Yeah, they wouldn't do a Direct the day before a game release. They would do it Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, I don't think they're going to talk about Mario versus Donkey Kong at all, maybe, because I feel like
they'll play the same stupid trailer that's at the end of the demo.
Yeah.
I want to start being positive about Nintendo again, so I want them to actually release them.
Johnny, I think we all want you to be positive just in general.
I'm hoping Mario versus Donkey Kong is good, and the demo was fun. It's just it was 5 minutes long. So
and they cut out 4 of the things they could have just put in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have liked to have seen what a boss fight was in that game.
Yeah.
Because I didn't play the original, so
that makes me think there's not many boss fights.
You don't think there's a boss fight for each world?
Yeah, it's probably 6 worlds.
When is the Xbox? When is Xbox doing their announcement stuff next week?
He said next week.
Yeah.
Nintendo's not going to move. They don't move. People move away from Nintendo. I think Xbox. Phil Spencer might make a call and be like, "Hey, when is this?" So we can.
Yeah, I just think anything.
And if it's bad news, maybe they want to go a day before it so that the news cycle can get freshened up. And
I think anything that Nintendo puts out right now, it's going to overshadow everything else.
Hey, maybe the Xbox announcement's coming right after the Direct or right before the Direct because the Direct is going to say Game Pass coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Halo Infinite. Same date with Switch 2.
I mean, I would love to see Hi-Fi Rush get officially announced.
So potentially what? Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush could maybe be in a Direct. I mean, that's that and Cryptic's saying Donkey Kong Racing and Banjo-Tooie, like if we could get Rare Replay, in some fashion, that's a storage issue it's a storage issue on Xbox. I'm sure it would be a storage issue on Switch, at least on Xbox, and they could probably do it on the same way on Switch. Is each title is individually downloaded, so you could kind of download what you want to have.
Yeah, it's stupid. I don't like how they do it.
Well, it's because they had all that stuff already partitioned out on the Xbox store from back in the day. A handful of that stuff was just there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know.
It could be a big direct. I mean,
yeah,
the February ones are pretty big. Like these are the ones that tell you what.
Yeah, besides the June one, it's usually pretty big.
This is kind of a random.
The June one the last 2 years hasn't been that great.
Yeah, I can barely remember. Well, I mean, we got.
Was Mario Wonder in that one? Was that when they?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
February?
No, I think it was in
June. It wasn't.
It was after the Mario movie. We didn't know about a Mario game until after the Mario movie.
Oh, that's right. Because I was complaining about
it was its own thing, wasn't it? Or was it in June? I don't even know.
It was in June because I was complaining about how they didn't have a Mario game,
and then they released it in October.
Movie. Yeah.
But random question: do you guys think that Crash Bandicoot has a chance of making it into the next Smash game? Because right now,
Xbox owns it now.
Crash is going to be dead.
Well, Toys for Bob is supposedly dead. Like they are laying off that whole.
Yeah, they were one of the biggest casualties of the 1900 layoffs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Activision owns Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah,
not Toys for Bob. Like Toys for Bob just developed it.
Yeah,
Xbox owns Crash Bandicoot now.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. Oh my god.
Xbox owns almost everything except for
except for Nintendo, which is what they always wanted.
Yep.
That's what this third party thing is. They're like, we're finally getting to work with Nintendo.
I don't know. Yeah. I beat a game this week.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did you beat?
I beat Xenoblade.
Yeah.
Finally. You said the final. Well, I don't know.
The final encounter. I think I started it at like 11 o'clock. I got done with the cutscenes and everything. Credits rolled. I think at like 12:30, 12:40. It was a lot longer end fight than Xenoblade 2.
That's longer than I play a game for.
But yeah, it was like one. There was like a mini 3 or 4 sections in like the first wave of the fight, and then there were 3 stages of the first part of the fight, and then there was a 4th like it just kept going.
That doesn't sound fun. That doesn't sound fun to me.
Just kept going. But yeah,
I don't think I beat the game.
And then I had to go look up how all of the timelines are connected because I still haven't finished Xenoblade 1, but I need to go do that.
And now you have to do the DLC, and then you have to do Torma.
Well, that's what I started. I got back into it when the DLC came out, and it's like, if you want to play this, you should beat the game. And I was like, yeah, I know I should beat the game. I'm 80 hours into the game. It's like I finally beat it. But yeah, Cryptic was talking, and that's what sparked it. Like Xenoblade X, like that historically the game director has said that it's just too hard of a port to bring to Switch. So I mean, if they could find a creative way to bring that to Switch too, that would be cool.
So I saw somebody tweet about, or somebody said something about Nintendo's gonna have like gaps when they release a new system because they don't really have games. Like they won't have.
They're sitting on games.
But now, like they could release Xenoblade X. They could release Twilight Princess, Wind Waker HD. There's the Yoshi's Woolly World. There's
the rumored remakes of Seasons and Ages, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's a ton of GameCube games that they could bring. Like that strategy worked for the Switch, and they're definitely going to do it again for the Switch too.
And if it's as powerful as it is, they have a really good relationship with Square. They can probably get some more recent Square titles, potentially even dumbed down versions of.
Even if if this Xbox thing is true, like they could bring Xbox games and have that fill up some of the schedule.
Yeah.
And I really do think.
Did you watch this? Did you watch the State of Play?
Yeah, unfortunately.
I was kind of like Stellar Blade looks kind of cool. I'm excited about that. We're gonna get Sonic Shadow Sonic X. How do you even say it? Shadow Cross.
I think it's
Sonic Cross
Sonic
Shadow Generations.
I don't know. It's Sonic and Shadow.
Yeah,
Generations. I think it's Sonic.
Watching that trailer, I'm like, I don't want to play that on a Nintendo console right now. Like, it had a lot of fast moving stuff. It looked pretty good, but like, you're gonna buy
honestly,
it on Steam Deck.
I play the Steam Deck like much more than the Switch right now.
Yeah,
it looks better, and if the Switch 2 is as powerful as the Steam Deck, like I'm good with that.
Speaking of Sonic, there's going to be a Super Bowl commercial this year with Paramount Plus. I don't know if you guys have seen it already, but it's like,
doesn't Picard kill Sonic or what? I saw a clip of it.
Yeah, so they're trying to get off the mountain. Yeah, and he throws Hey Arnold because
that's right, like a football, like a football.
But they have Knuckles in the commercial, and it's like, oh, you guys don't know what Knuckles can do. He can climb. Yeah, and they're like, oh, I don't know how we're gonna get over this mountain. What are we gonna do? And Knuckles is one of the characters in the commercial. And they're like, yeah, throw Arnold. He looks like a football.
Because that's hilarious. All right.
No, it's really funny. Hilarious. But it's also like, let's get as many IP in this commercial as we can, but not really knowing our IP.
You're overthinking this.
Well, and
I think you're underthinking this.
Well, and Sonic and Shadow Generation is definitely a Switch 2 title because it's coming out in autumn, as they said. It's gonna that's launching like Paramount and Sega are doing their homework and actually doing what Nintendo should have done, and is releasing a game around when the movie.
But it's not a Knuckles game. Like that would have been cool.
No, but Shadow's going to be in. It's rumored that Hayden Christensen is voicing Shadow.
But they also have the Knuckles show.
Yeah.
I don't know. My kids watch some animated Sonic show on Netflix or Paramount. I don't know.
Well, there's gonna be a live action. Well, not the movie Sonic.
Well, Knuckles, so CGI, you know what I mean? Live action.
Yeah, CGI Knuckles show.
Okay. With Idris Elba voicing him?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is it? Oh, I didn't know that. But we forgot about a game that is coming to the Nintendo Switch that's going to make this spring worth it. MLB The Show has been confirmed to come to the Nintendo Switch again.
Well, I mean, yeah. And it's the last 3 years, right? Like,
oh my god, that was so funny because I was just waiting for the joke of whatever Johnny was gonna say.
Well, the joke is it looks like trash.
It does. I mean, it doesn't look good.
The joke is I'm gonna make a ton of money off videos.
No, I know, but you also were genuinely excited because I know how much you like baseball. And then
I actually do enjoy the show.
Well,
I do
like the show. It's gonna be on the Switch. Like
they're another realm, and just
wonder if it's gonna be on the Steam Deck.
Just tell people you're playing the Switch version when you're playing Game Pass version, and just.
But tell people, it's not the point. Right? It's not the point. I would feel like they're missing out on. No, I got the last 2 years on the Switch.
Cryptic wants to know, who do we have on the Super Bowl, Chiefs or Niners? Who's gonna win? Because I think Crawler and I have an answer, but we don't like it.
I hope Chiefs. They don't win, and I'm rooting that they don't win. And it's not because I don't have nothing against Taylor Swift. I think she's doing what she's doing, and she's amazing. But you and I are Broncos fans.
Yeah,
I can't stand to see a team that we play twice every year win it again, and Kermit gets another ring. I don't need that.
See, I could at least use the excuse that I like Andy Reid because he was the Eagles coach.
Does that hurt you though, knowing that?
No, I don't know. I don't care. Good for him.
They won a Super Bowl with him.
Yeah, they won a Super Bowl in recent memory.
Well, and McNabb won him a Super Bowl, didn't he?
No,
or did they lose?
No, they lost.
They lost. Okay.
They got to the NFC Championship like 5 times.
Was that the Patriots? That was the Patriots.
Yeah, the Patriots
just running over them every time. Yeah.
Yeah, they should have had one, but
that was the 2004 Super Bowl, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I remember that one.
Because I have like a shirt from then. With the team.
There was a guy on my that was my freshman year in college, and I had a guy in my dorm from Boston, and he his blood was a little thin that day, and he punched something, I think, and and I think he got taken to the hospital by somebody on the floor. Blood was a little thin that day, but yeah. But hey, we're 11 minutes over, even without Josh. So yeah, we are anxiously awaiting the fictitious direct that we have next week. Cryptic's just keeping us going here. Cryptic's asking about.
Oh, I haven't tried Foam Stars yet. Have you tried it, Carl?
I played the beta or whatever over the summer. Was that the summer? I don't even know when that was.
Yeah, I think it was the summer.
I think I had the opportunity to play it at PAX and I didn't, but I was not super impressed with it. I claimed it or whatever on PlayStation Plus. I don't think I've downloaded it yet. I don't know if I will. I mean, we can
every time I see that game, it hurts my eyes. Like, it is really hard to look at.
Yeah, it's pretty bright.
And I just don't like that it's Apex mixed with kind of Splatoon, and it's just, I don't like, I'm kind of over the hero shooter and specific stuff to one person, and you don't get to really choose your loadout, and it's kind of, at least on Splatoon, you get to kind of pick a weapon that works with you.
Oh, you don't get to choose your loadout? I didn't know that.
No, it's a hero shooter.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, with that being said, we will hopefully have a breakdown and some fun stuff to talk about next week. A rumored
and live reaction to the Nintendo Direct on Friday.
Hey, you know what? If that happens on Friday, I'm sure we will find a way to come live sometime over the weekend. We'll figure it out. But yeah, enjoy Super Bowl weekend. Get a TV while it's cheap if you need a TV. I think this is statistically the best best weekend to buy a TV this week. So have fun, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Go watch Communication Error. They're talking about theme parks, Nintendo World, all that kind of stuff. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.